I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Hello, guys, and welcome to another Off the Rails podcast. I'm your host, Kenny, and I'm also here with...
Hey, I'm Tony, and for once, I'm not the guy in the chair pushing all the buttons.
Yeah, it's a different ball game sitting in front of the computer.
Yeah, and we're here with, that's right, nobody. Because the other two of our crew decided to not be here.
Just like how we weren't there last time.
Yeah. So, nana boo boo.
But I think they did a pretty all right job.
I jumped into the stream while they were streaming. I was in the chat. They did decent.
Unfortunately, they did have a moment where they were really, really quiet.
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't see that part. There was a lot of dead time because, like, they had to get up and each one had to get up and do things every once in a while.
I get that.
So, but yeah.
Luckily, we don't have those same kind of constraints.
No.
This is the first time that the podcast is being done from my place.
Yes.
It is mind-numbing trying to talk while you got reverb in your ears of
Isn't it?
previous conversations. That makes you really slow down.
Yeah. It interrupts you. You're interrupting yourself.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest feeling.
It's like you got to stop and think, okay, I just keep talking and everything's fine.
It's so hard.
It is.
This is exactly the reason why, for most of all the past podcasts and whatnot, why I'm so quiet to begin with, is because I'm like, I can't talk, because I can't hear, I can't talk and hear at the same time, so I have to just be quiet and do all the sound stuff and get everything up and going and just let you guys carry it, other than the intro.
Don't worry. I'll just, if I hold my breath, it'll be one less thing to worry about, and I can do other things. Where do we see...
What do you need?
No, I do not have work with my other job right now. I just found the comment section.
There it is.
That's
David.
It is David. No. Hold on, let me adjust my voice.
Is it David or is it his evil twin, David?
David. What I'm doing right now is staying home, as you've realized. My other job offered me an alternate duty time. So I went down to California for a month. And I didn't have to go do our normal summer job. Man, it's hard to talk with you in your ear.
You can check them off now. Once you get the sound set, you can actually just set them down and just check up on it later.
It helps me gauge the microphone, though.
Does it?
Yeah.
So you're just gonna have to get used to it then.
So that's why I'm not doing my other summer job right now. Because I went down to do what we call white cell in California, and that took a month, so I was able to get out of regular duty. I'm not sure when he posted that comment, but we've only been going live for 4 minutes, so hopefully I got that. Yeah, I'm not doing my normal duties. Hey, speaking of which, since you're in the chat, did you hear, so your former, I'm going to call it team leader, is now in charge of the guys over in Woodburn. He got the diamond, so I hear, and now he's the guy in charge over there.
Kenny, the overlay, you have to press play on that.
Oh, yeah, we're just 4 minutes into a blank screen. How do I go about doing that?
Go
down here.
Yeah, I was going to say, just go to the toolbar.
And then I got to pick this back up because I don't want to stare at that the whole time.
Yeah, there you go. Good.
Sweet. I'm learning. I don't know if I recall a McNeil. I've met a lot of people there.
McNeil, McNasty.
No, I think I might have met a McNeil. That if he did driving, I definitely met him. Because I went down there to train drivers, and not all the drivers went down for busing. They were just van drivers. So wait. Okay. Shoot. I might barely remember McNeil. If what I'm getting from you is right, he's still doing his normal job. That sucks. He's probably getting a good paycheck out of it, but I definitely like not having to go there this time of year, and I got out of it. And I also got to see California. I got to see a lot of California. I was anywhere between Santa Barbara and San Francisco. It was a great deal of fun.
Taylor sent me that.
Oh, you were talking about the guy that got the diamond. I thought you were talking about McNeil and he kept his other job. Wait, so is he both in charge of the team over here and he's still the head guy over in Woodburn?
Bro.
Or are you talking about flag folding as the other job? I'm not so sure, but I might be slowly creeping up on what you're laying down. He's a good guy. He's a very, very squared away leader.
Evidently, he's a really tall dude.
No, I think that comment was about McNeil. So on the last podcast, we got to hear about Ian and Taylor's favorite restaurants.
I missed that part.
And today, I actually ended up talking to my trainee about favorite restaurants. And my particular trainee fancies Asian cuisine. So things like Momiji.
Yes.
Although my trainee has never tried Thai Crystal yet, so told them about that, and they are looking forward to it.
You know, I've actually never been there either.
Thai Crystal's really good.
We were going to go that one day, but they were closed.
It's good. It's good. It's worth it. I wouldn't take your whole family.
You wouldn't take the whole family?
Just because it's a quiet environment. The seating's not usually that big.
Mm-hmm.
There's maybe like one crescent moon booth that you could probably squish everyone in.
You know, that makes sense because that place was like a sit-down restaurant before, right? And I've been in there when I was a wee little child, and it wasn't very big then either.
No, it can accommodate some big families in there. It just, between the prices of the menu items, the how hard the seats are, and how tight it fits everyone, it might not be worth it.
Oh.
But if you go with just you and Christina, it might be a really nice experience.
I'll have to look into that.
Oh, I just died.
Don't do that.
I'm watching this run-through of, I'm assuming, your gameplay, and the screen went red, and I was like, oh, I died.
Yeah, there's a lot of red screen on this. It is my gameplay, and I am garbage at video games.
Oh, I see. He pulled the budgeting argument. You know what? All the better, because maintaining good leadership is maintaining good leadership, and I like having him around, regardless of how our relationship started. He's a squared away leader, and I like working under him. David says he misses Momiji. Zach says Tony is bad at games.
Shut up, Zach.
Are you watching the stream right now?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm watching the stream. I'm getting in there. I see the thing.
Yeah, Arms of Zeus.
He just put it.
That.
I'm not gonna tell Zach. I'm not gonna tell David to shut up. He could fold me.
Yeah, but not this far away.
This is true, but he also knows where I live.
Not for long. You could just pick up your trailer and go somewhere else.
I mean, that would be awesome if I could, but I can't.
Okay. All the time on Fortnite.
You do not carry me on Fortnite, okay? I carry the whole squad on Fortnite. Fortnite's probably the one game that I'm moderately okay at.
I have to admit, I do want to watch at least one game of you guys playing Fortnite, but with Taylor. Because I got to see how she is so oblivious to everything.
You gotta see the wandering squirrel.
I want to see it. Guys, I'm dead. How did you get that far into the cloud? I also have new truck to relocate your house. It must be a big truck to do that.
I so want. That's probably going to be my next vehicle is a pickup.
You want a pickup truck?
I want a truck, dude. I used to have one. It was in my family for 20 years.
Was it like a little tiny little thing?
No, it was a F-150.
Like a Ford Ranger?
It was a Ford F-150 XL Lariat in 1990. My grandma bought it right off the lot. We had it since it was manufactured, and then I eventually got to it. It had an inline six.
That's an insult to squirrels.
That's hilarious.
What?
It had an inline six on it, and while I was in an interview with a security company to get a job, while I was in that interview, the owners of the apartments that I was staying at, because I was homeless at the time, the owners of the apartments that I was staying at had my truck towed and impounded.
Oh, no.
And because I was homeless and jobless, I didn't have the money to get it out. Then they crushed it without my permission.
Wild.
Yeah, so my family pickup and all of my stuff in there, my kids' clothes that I had, the sword that my grandfather gave me before he died, all of my tools, everything gone.
Apparently, David's got a
a
2500 Cummins Ram.
2000. Yeah, that's nice. You know what? He might be able to pull part of my house.
Rip it in half.
Yeah. Or like in fourths, because right now it's already kind of... Yeah, because it's a double wide.
Oh.
So he would only to be able to take half of a half, which is okay because like half of my house is falling down a hill anyways right now. Slowly, like a quarter of an inch per year.
Dang.
Yeah. There's no retaining wall where we are. So every major winter we have with like the heavy snow and everything, every major winter we have, the whole hillside slides.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it is. I was doing repairs in my house one day because the floor, there was a leak in there in the floor and everything. I was doing repairs in my house one day. I was like, why isn't these floorboards matching up? Because they did before I pulled them off, and I didn't understand why they weren't matching up. But I look up and I realize that there's a split down the middle of my house, and then I went and checked on it again. I just happened to notice it about 6 months ago, and it's gotten bigger. So my house is slowly falling to the northwest side of the northwest side of my house is slowly falling down a hill.
This is one of the reasons I hate retaining walls. I do not ever want to own a house with a retaining wall.
A retaining wall would save my house right now. There is no retaining wall. That's the problem.
Well, but see, that just means that it pushes the problem back a couple of years.
That's okay, because I wouldn't be there in a couple of years. It's going to be really hard to resell the house when the master bedroom is down the hill further.
David says, "Oh shoot, let me know if you need readjusted. I'm pretty sure my truck can handle that."
Will do, bud. Will do. Thank you. I appreciate the help, the offer.
Daggum.
Gonna go the Amish style. Just get all of my friends together. We're just gonna all like pick it up and then put cinder blocks underneath it.
Do.
Yeah, you're on that list.
Oh, no. I want nothing to do with retaining walls.
No, I didn't say retaining walls. I need to put a support underneath my house. So we're just gonna pick up the corner of my house and just like stack cinder blocks under there. Put my house up on cinder blocks like a jacked up truck.
Oh dear. So to get back on topic, because we strayed far.
In
favorite restaurants.
True OTR fashion.
What is your favorite restaurant? Or at least give me a top 3.
So I've been to the Plateau
Is it worth it?
Well, I didn't pay for it, so it was. it, it was a honeymoon gift. So, but the plateau was nice. It was good food, really good food actually. The Golden Crown over in La Grande was actually pretty good.
Oh, with like the fusion style stuff.
It was
Is that
fusion.
what it was?
It was fusion and sushi.
So it was like Chinese and Japanese food together.
Yeah, that was really good.
I've ate there before. That's pretty nice.
And then I'm trying to remember what this. There was a sit-down restaurant, like steak and beer, and it was really good. I just
Was
can't
it
remember.
Stetson's?
No, it wasn't here. It was out of town.
Because
I
we
can't
used to have a
understand
Stetson's,
Yeah, we used to have a Stetson.
and it became that like vegan whatever place over by that hotel.
Yeah.
And then it moved over to Hermiston, and then it shut down because was Stetson's there first, or was it Fuddruckers first?
It was Fuddruckers before it was Stetson.
Fuddruckers was awesome.
I was, you know what is funny about this is I was about to say, just because I can't remember the name of that place, I was going to say Fuddruckers because you can't get past a 5-pound burger.
But they had mini golf in the back.
The Fuddruckers that I went to was actually in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's a different ball game altogether.
I was there it was a ministry training competition back when I was
Competition.
Yeah, it was competition. You can earn a scholarship to a Bible college.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was there when I heard a rumbling. For some reason, I thought it was a thunderstorm. I was like, this is not the right weather for this. Yeah, I was there when I was, I want to say 14, 15 years old. It was called Fine Arts Festival.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the First Assemblies of God, or the Assemblies of God churches put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I went there. We won regionals. We went to nationals. Nationals was held in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We lost, but I got to go to a Fuddruckers, so blessed be me.
Nice.
Yeah, love. Oh, wow, we got comments.
Wow, we did.
We totally missed this. Okay,
They get in a lot of trouble with health inspectors.
who do?
I don't know. We left him behind. Is he talking about Golden Fusion?
GC Golden Crown. Yeah, Golden Crown gets in trouble with health inspectors. And then I missed that Mongolian barbecue in Pendleton. See, I told you we had a Mongolian barbecue in Pendleton. David remembers. Petrich Farms remembers.
That was a long time ago, though.
Petrich Farm remembers.
Also, I didn't say you were wrong. I just don't remember it.
I know you didn't. I got a little excited. I apologize. Kenny and
Tony
Tony Solo could go wrong. Yes. Is it could or what could? Oh, she said what could.
What could go wrong?
There's a heart icon that cut off the what. No, it's just completely right. It could go wrong.
I don't know, man.
He even put it in the description that there's a good chance we're going to argue about some nerdy stuff.
So you like Golden Crown, Fuddruckers.
Golden Crown, Fuddruckers.
What was the other one that you said? Like the first one? Plateau?
I think, yeah.
That's your 3 favorites?
I mean, it's the 3 that I can think of right now.
Okay.
I'm sure
I
I've been to better restaurants, and I just can't think of them at this point in time.
Sizzler Steakhouse.
I don't think I've been to Sizzlers. I've been to a Skipper's.
It will change your life. You will change religions.
I will change religions.
Yeah. I'm confident I could achieve world peace in a Sizzler Steakhouse. There's like, you eat the food and you will achieve nirvana. You will ascend into a higher plane of existence. It's really good.
Well, I may have to try this at some point in time.
Let me walk you through an experience
All
of
right.
your Sizzler Steakhouse.
Here we go.
You walk in the door.
I'm walking through the door.
You're greeted by someone at the front desk.
How you doing?
They tell you, hey, look at this wall. And you turn and look at this wall.
Okay.
And it's covered in all of their menu.
The wall is the menu.
Yes. They've got a lot of entrees.
The wall is the menu. All right.
I like to get the steak
It's
with
a
shrimp
steakhouse. If you
and
don't
lobster.
get steak at a steakhouse, then you have committed war crimes.
So I get steak, shrimp, lobster tail,
Wow.
and baked potato.
How are you not broke?
That is the entree. It is expensive. I'll give you that. It is an expensive place, but that's not it.
That's not it.
And then I get a run through the salad bar. But there's more to that. Because then you get the plate and you turn
wait,
around.
There's more.
Yeah, you turn around after you pay for it.
Yeah.
You look at the salad bar.
So angels are singing from the salad bar.
Yeah, and it glows.
And it glows.
Because the salad bar not
like
only
you
has
won
salad.
the victory royale in Fortnite.
Absolutely. It not only got salad. It's got spaghetti. It's got buffalo wings.
Biscotti, buffalo wings.
It's got chicken orange bites.
Chicken orange bites.
Yeah, like you would get like a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, orange chicken bites.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was.
You can get
I was
nachos.
Like, what is that? Nachos?
At a salad bar? Yeah.
This is not your average salad bar.
When
are
you sit
not
down,
messing with
your
no
waiter will
average
ask you,
saying.
what do you want to drink? I normally get a milk and a Dr. Pepper. And then the unlimited breadsticks, which in the case what I got was Texas toast garlic bread. Unlimited. If you finish the basket, they'll bring you a new one. So I had this salad bar, which was an all-you-can-eat buffet, really. Unlimited garlic Texas toast. Then, when I thought I could eat no more, the entree cometh, escorted by a legion of angels and waitstaff, accompanied by my Dr. Pepper and milk. The steak.
Hold up. Dr. Pepper and milk.
That's what I like to get as my beverages. I got my rare steak because I'm an American, my baked potato, my lobster tail, and my shrimp, all on a skewer. The shrimp, that is. Not all of it together on one skewer.
I was about to say, you got that whole thing on one stick, huh?
Yeah. It was a fat stick.
It was like, they took the end of a broom handle and just snapped it off.
That's why it's expensive, because they had to keep buying brooms. David says DP and milk.
Okay.
I'm not like mixing them together.
Dude,
Sizzlers is pretty bomb, he says. Sizzler does have a cheap lunch special that includes a steak. I never went there for lunch, though, I have to admit.
I've never been there. I got to take your guys' word for it. The milk comment reminds me. You remember the last time that we went out to eat with Taylor?
Oh, the bar?
Yeah, we went to the bar in the casino, and you ordered milk, and that dude looked at you like that dude looked so offended at you, like, milk, really?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you do not have milk. He goes, I don't know if we do.
I've told this story on this podcast before. David was there. We went to a Buffalo Wild Wing. They said we only got seating at the bar. And we were like, okay, that's fine. We'll make it work. So we sat at the bar. Now, yes, I've told you this story, but I got to say it again.
You've told me this story, definitely. I don't know if it's been on the podcast, but I've definitely heard
I think it has been. We sat there on the stools of the bar. I'm swinging my legs. The bartender's like, well, what do you want to drink? And I said, milk. And she's like, I can make that happen.
I can make that happen.
Appreciate that. So they have these tablets, right, where you can play games while you're waiting on your food and whatnot.
Got it.
I'm playing whatever little mini game. I'm sitting there swinging my legs, playing my game. The lady pulls out like these kids' milks, like you get at like McDonald's.
Yeah.
Where you have to break the seal on the top.
Yeah.
The film.
Yeah.
And she just crunches those films and then all pours them into a cup in front of me. Like, oh, this is beautiful.
This is just the greatest
and
thing.
then slides it over to me, and I'm in my own little happy world, kicking my legs, playing games, at a bar, drinking milk. David was sitting right beside me when this happened.
He made a comment. He goes, I was about to tell you to tell that story.
It was so good. The bartender was laughing. It's amazing. So the bar we went to at Wild Horse.
Yes.
I went there with my mom. We were
Yes.
going on a lunch together.
Okay.
And the waiter comes up and she's like, "What do you guys want to drink?" And I don't exactly remember what my mom ordered. And I said, "Can I get a milk?" And she's like, "A Miller Lite?" "No, I want a milk." "A Miller Lite?" "I'm going to need you to say milk for me." Because I'm saying milk. And she's like, "Really?" "I'll see what I can do." But she kept thinking I was saying Miller Lite. Like, she couldn't register that I was saying milk. And, like, autocorrect in her brain was like, "Miller Lite? Miller Lite?" So when that waiter came to us and I was like, "Milk," and he was like, "What?"
You were ready. You were good. You were ready.
I was familiar with the response. It didn't take as long to figure it out, though. His biggest question mark was how he was going to pull it off, because apparently they don't just keep milk in the back.
No, they don't. Like, the closest thing to milk that they have is this cream for like a White Russian or something like that. But he's not going to get you a cup of half and half.
So apparently he had to go to somewhere else in the casino to get the milk for me. What is Tucanos?
I have no idea. David, what be Tucanos? 2 cans.
Is it some sort of Hawaiian joint, or is it like a Mexican restaurant? Speaking of good restaurants, though, Mazatlan is good.
Yeah, that was decent.
Good scenery, good food, and it's cheap.
Yeah, surprisingly, that huge freaking plate for only $15.
Yeah.
And it filled me up.
Yes. Plato del Gordo,
Plato de Gordo.
the fat man plate. So Kenny eventually asked why there were games on the tablet. My response was, "It's probably so kids can play games while they drink their milk and wait for their food, swinging their legs."
I can see David saying that.
It was amazing.
Oh my gosh. I wish I was with you guys when that happened. I would have piggied laughing so hard.
We were, I think, just finishing a job or something. I don't know what
Kenny's response. Did you really say that?
I don't know if I said it like exactly like that, but I did point that out.
Kenny said a bad word? Shocker. I've actually heard Kenny say a bad word before. A couple of them.
I did get mad once upon a time.
You weren't even mad. When when I heard you drop the F-bomb, you weren't even mad. You
I
were
don't know what you're talking about.
You were talking with a coworker. You were just playing around. But we all thought that the whole office,
when I was talking to Isaiah.
yeah, the whole office
That
thought
had impact, though. The joke of that impact was so good.
you had the whole office then. We were in the middle of conversating. We heard you say that. We all stopped and looked at the door where you were at and just waited. We were like, "Holy crap." Is Kenny upset? And then what you said when you walked out, which was, one way or another, you're going to sleep. And then you walked out the door with no explanation. We're like, did he just threaten Isaiah?
It wasn't threatening. It was aggressive altruism. Don't die. I was concerned for his health. And it was jokingly. I was concerned about his health.
Because apparently he's not sleeping.
He wouldn't sleep because he was up all night playing video games. And then he would get concerned that he wouldn't be able to do his midday.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. There it is. There's the tears.
Bus chains. Someone told my story.
Yeah. Oh.
Tucanos is a Brazilian grill. There's one in Boise. It's got a great concept. It's all you can eat, and the meat comes to you. You have a stick with a green and red end. So is it like one of those places where you pull it off like a conveyor belt or something, and there's a grill in the middle of the table? Or maybe one of those things and not both?
That would be cool.
I've seen those before, where they have like a conveyor belt with food, and you pull it off the conveyor belt.
So, with Christina, the bus chains thing, I didn't have to tell her that story, remember?
No, I don't.
She was there.
Oh.
She was helping us chain up.
If you want more food, put green up. If you need a break, put red up, and they stop bugging you. And there's a good salad bar. A good salad bar makes a restaurant.
It is a Brazilian. It's a Brazilian grill with an Italian attitude.
Italian.
No, I take it back.
No,
That's
it's
not
waiters that bring the fresh meat to you.
I take it back. It's not an Italian attitude because Italians won't give you a break.
This sounds.
They'll slap you in the back of the head.
Awesome.
What's the matter with you?
When's the next time you're going to Boise, David? And we have enough free time to all go. Boise's not
Live
close,
stream.
though.
Live stream Your Move Studios from the car. Hey, I've got
Freshly cooked, I mean.
I've got mobile hotspot on my phone. We could do this.
More places need salad bars. Yes. Unfortunately, the great COVID-19 destroyed many of them, and they became an endangered species.
They are a rarity these days. With buffets and salad bars.
Yes. The one at Wild Horse closed down.
Which I think is dumb.
My heart sank a little bit when that happened. Oh, it sounds like you got some things going on.
Sad.
You almost never know. Even when it's too late, you don't know.
This is what we should do, okay?
What should we do?
We should get a loan, okay, through Your Move
A
Studios.
small loan of $1 million?
A small loan of $1 million, all right, and then we open up our own.
What would you do with a small loan of $1 million, Tony?
We would open up our own store, okay, and it'll be like
Own store. Where at?
here.
In Pendleton?
Yes, in Pendleton, okay.
Don't doubt it, but
And
where?
It's gonna be a mixture between a comic book shop, a cafe, like a coffee shop, right? And then it has a all-you-can-eat buffet salad bar.
Oh, we're going to need to get a food handler's permit.
Yes, not hard to get. I actually can get. Well, you can just get them online.
You just get them online. You just take a quick class.
I mean, not even have to take a quick class. You just take a quiz. The questions are so easy. I've gotten like 5 of them.
Oh, dear.
David shouts, "No!"
So you get $1 million. We open up a comic book shop. I wouldn't mind selling cards, too.
Well, yeah, I mean, just like...
And other, like, nerdy stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because you can't just do comic books. That's a dying...
And
that right there is a
if we're
dying
doing
medium.
coffee, I think we should also do soda. Because the markup on soda is insane.
Yes.
Like, you can make a lot of money off soda.
Yes.
And everyone drinks soda.
Yes.
But then to do a salad bar on top of that,
A buffet/salad bar.
we better have a lot of tables. And we better have segregated tables for food and then plays. So
Yes.
like card games and whatnot. So that people aren't eating food on the card table.
Next to the comic books. Hey, you stay in it, you buy it.
Put it by the DMV. That would be a central place.
Yeah,
I
where
don't know if it would be big
where
enough,
the
though.
Mongolian barbecue used to be.
Is that place big enough for it, though?
Yeah, it is.
You sure?
It really is.
Are you positive?
Yes. They put a gym in there, dude.
Make a cutout in your house and start a drive-through. I am on Main Street. The place is big enough. My place isn't that huge.
No.
And milkshakes. That's not a bad idea.
The Mongolian barbecue place, the empty building next to Dollar Tree.
I could see that being a drive-through. I don't see why not.
There's no way that you can do that as a drive-through.
Coffee?
Yeah, because there's no way to put in a drive-through there because it's right off the sidewalk.
You're right off the sidewalk.
Also true.
I'm not talking about off of Court. I'm talking in the parking lot because that's how Jack in the Box does their drive-through.
It requires a special permit to put that in there because you have to drive.
Is it too much
It a couple $1,000.
to put in a drive-through or a permit?
Yes. Both. So all right, so the permit's gonna be a couple $100. We're looking like an upwards of 500, and then to do the manufacturing and all that is gonna be a couple thousand, maybe 18 at the really high end.
I agree with Christina. We could put it in by the Dollar Tree side.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get the permits for it.
I don't think our managers would enjoy that, David. What's wrong with milkshakes? Milkshakes are amazing. I like milkshakes.
Whose managers is he talking about? We are the managers.
I don't know. I'm not lactose intolerant. I wasn't born wrong.
I mean, what would you call it?
Oh, that's rough.
That's always the hard part.
Because I didn't realize we were doing a coffee shop and salad bar all in ones.
That's what we'll call it. We'll call it the all-in-one.
Oh, dear. Oh. That's tough. Ooh, I don't feel like calling it the nerdy crib. We could no, that was my comment, and I thought he was telling us to put our house as a drive-through.
Our house is not big enough for a drive-through.
Just hand things out your window. Your kitchen's right there.
I mean, yes, but also no. You know how much trouble we would get for having the amount of traffic that would come through there? Or the amount of traffic I would like to have come through there?
They'd figure it out. It's whatever.
The nerdy crib.
The nerdy crib. I don't know about that one. Not Gay Kenny's salad extravaganza. Why couldn't it be Not Gay Tony? Okay, what if it's Not Gay Kenny and Gay Tony? That sounds very Italian. Not Gay Kenny and Gay Tony. That sounds really Italian.
It sounds really Italian.
It does. Hey, you know Gay Tony? I think I first learned about that in like a Grand Theft Auto game. They had a
What is
character
that?
named Gay Tony,
Oh, they did?
and he was part of the Italian mob. Sold. Ha! Not Gay Kenny and Gay Tony's.
That's hilarious.
Big Gay Tony.
Oh. This is a GTA reference.
I think I got that from Grand Theft Auto. Man, I keep yawning.
What was that? Like Kenny over here trying to call whales.
Fighting for my life. We're only 38 minutes in.
You gonna be able to handle?
Are you going to be able to handle?
You gonna be able to hang, bro?
Are you going to be able to hang?
I don't know.
You said you could
I
hang.
realize this is the first podcast that we've had.
First.
The podcast that we've had that I haven't had a drink.
You haven't had a Tony drink.
Yeah, haven't had a Tony drink.
I don't think I can even provide you a Tony. Oh, I see what you did there. You're literally holding the phone. Nuh-uh.
Oh.
Oh, she moved him. I wonder if she put him in the fridge.
You don't actually have to do that, bro.
Nonsense.
He's on the prowl.
What kind of host would I be?
I wonder how the sound is going with you walking away from here.
I have
from
no
the
idea.
receiver like that. Because like they're supposed to be good for like 50 feet or so.
Want to try that?
I'll try anything.
I'll try anything. And that's how we got kids and married. Okay,
That
back.
actually doesn't look bad. 5%. I'll have to give this a go.
Yeah, my roommate doesn't want them, so they just kind of sit there.
Don't you like these? Oh, you're a cider guy, right?
No, I'm a rare occasion guy. every once in a while.
No, it's Ian. Ian likes ciders, but he's also
I can tolerate ciders. I don't like beer at all.
Yeah. Ian's a cider guy, but he's also on like rare occasion. I think between me and Taylor, it comes down to who's gonna wind up in a meeting first.
I did like that joke though.
Which one?
When we were at the bar last time. When you were talking to Taylor about who was most sober.
Oh yeah.
We were all drinking, and I was still the most sober one. And I chimed in, and I was there.
Which was crazy.
Yeah, he didn't even drink, and I was still the most sober one.
That was so good. Oh my gosh. Hey, we dropped some viewers. Some people.
Oh no!
That's all right. We're still doing this. They'll be back.
We still got some.
They'll be back.
Their screen might have timed out. Oh, they dropped their phone.
Yeah, they got things to do. I mean, you know.
Nonsense.
You got lives.
People's lives are on hold while we're in the podcast.
Right. We are that important.
We are so important. You had to make it that loud?
Right as a viewer jumped in, yeah. What's up? How you doing?
I feel like I want to name it after Your Move Studios, though. The Your Move Chill.
The Your Move Grill.
Your Move Grill, except for there's no grill.
Yeah.
The Chillin' Grill by Your Move Studios. Longhorn Steakhouse is pretty good. My dad likes their Texas toast. Oh, or maybe I'm getting confused with Texas Roadhouse. One of them has really good Texas toast. Your Grill Studios.
Your Grill Studios. Oh man, you remember when we did Gabe's Gourmet Grub?
Yeah.
The studio? That's what we should have called it. Your Grill Studios. That's such a better. Why couldn't? Missed opportunity. Oh well.
Yeah, that's way in the past now. But we don't have a grill, so to call it Your Grill Studios would be missing the point.
Your Move Buffet.
Texas Roadhouse has great bread.
Your Move
Call it
Roadhouse.
I don't care. Like when people say, "Where do you want to go?" and the other person says, "I don't care." Boom, instant business.
We'll call it You Decide.
You decide.
Where do you want to go? You decide.
You decide. Okay. We're going to You Decide. A place that has a coffee, comic cards, and a salad bar.
It's a nerd shop, a nerd shop, a cafe, and a buffet.
Now, this kind of reminds me, somewhat sounds like a Barnes & Noble, but with a salad bar.
Is that what a Barnes & Noble does?
Have you been to Barnes & Noble in Tri-Cities?
I've never been. Dude, you're talking about books.
So the Barnes & Noble in Tri-Cities.
Okay.
It's obviously a bookstore, but it also has board games.
Board games.
Board games.
Okay.
And then various other different games that you can play. Comic books along with the books.
Mm-hmm.
And then it has a Starbucks in it.
That doesn't surprise me.
So what we're describing is a salad bar away from Barnes & Noble.
And that's what makes it better.
That's what makes it. But we're not selling books. We're going to be selling comic books. I'm okay with board games.
I was
cards.
Hold on.
Because Barnes & Noble also sells cards.
Yeah, we're gonna have comic books, but if we're gonna sell other nerd gear and stuff like that, we're gonna sell books. You know, D&D books.
Well, yeah, that's fine for games and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to be selling like individual books just for the sake of reading them books.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean,
board games,
I was gonna say we
cards.
might have like a stack of them in the coffee shop just for people to read. But
D&D is nice. A little coffee nook. That we
David says, "I wonder how a Dragon Ball restaurant would do in Pendleton. That would be a hard fail.
Dragon Ball restaurant.
You know why? Because we'd get the
Jujutsu
plate.
Kaisen. Make it creepy and have the waiters overreact to everything.
We'd get the waiters to like drop off the plate right, and then they would randomly explode in an energy ball.
I don't know about that.
Like he'd go to serve, like when he would go to serve it, and he'd have to hold it up, like the spirit bomb, and just throw the plate down.
We should get an energy drink called the Sensu Bean.
Sensu bean, you just chuck it across the room at him.
Throw a can of Sensu Bean.
Oh no, dude, we could totally call one of our coffees the Sensu bean.
Yeah, it's a coffee called the Sensu Bean.
It's the highly caffeinated.
It's just got a 5-hour energy in there.
It's like a 5-hour energy just dipped over like just pure coffee grounds. You actually spoon feed it out.
You have to wait for the bean to grow inside the grounds. Oh,
It's been slightly altered with Stacker 2s.
I like that idea though. when we make this a reality, we have to have a drink called the Sensu Bean.
The Sensu bean.
And it's an energy drink.
We got
like a coffee with a shot of Red Bull in it.
We got to find out if that name's taken or not. We got to get the license for it.
Nonsense. We can have a drink called the Sensu Bean.
The Sensu bean. I like the Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen. Dude, that could be like all of our freaking coffee drinks and soda drinks and things like that. All like the mixed drinks. We'll just call them random anime stuff.
I barely know anything about Jujutsu Kaisen.
I can learn. And I will
I can learn too, but I have at no point started watching that show.
Yeah. I haven't watched it because I don't have like Crunchyroll or anything like that. But I subscribe to a YouTuber called Danny Mata, and one of the things that he does is it's an explained series. So he'll like break down an anime series for you, so that way you can kind of understand it and say, oh, well, that looks interesting. Which Jujutsu Kaisen does look interesting, but not as interesting as Black Clover.
Black Clover.
Black Clover.
I enjoy the idea of Black Clover.
With pasta.
I do. Have a Shirley Temple, but call it Gojo because infinite. Infinite is his power. Is Shirley Temple's got something to do with infinite?
I have no idea.
Like, I'm aware about... I actually know about Gojo's power because TikTok will ruin any anime for you. But
what is Gojo?
Gojo is basically their teacher. He's basically Jujutsu Kaisen's version of Kakashi Sensei.
Nope. Yep. No. All right. As soon as you said Jujutsu Kaisen, it totally reminded me. He's the dude that's got the blindfold
he's like the full blindfolded.
And his power is like stupidly OP. Like
he can create. He can manifest infinite space.
Yeah, and he's so powerful that he's got like a forever shield 2 inches away from his body at all times.
And it constantly increases the space between contact and him.
Yeah. But why would we Shirley Temples, to my understanding, are unlimited refills. Got it.
Also, we're selling alcoholic drinks.
No, you can do virgin Shirley Temples.
Okay. I don't know if I want to do alcohol at a joint like this.
It'd be hard not to have an alcoholic joint in Pendleton, but I agree with you.
Don't know if it's the place. Especially if we're trying to attract a bunch of minors.
That's the reason why I agree with you. This was amazing, by the way.
There's more. You want another one?
I'll hold off. I do appreciate the offer, but
Well, how about I give you the can before you leave?
Okay.
And then you can enjoy your Friday night.
Yeah.
It's so much nicer having these on Friday night.
I was resistant to it at first, mostly just because I pick up my daughter on Fridays, and I'm trying to relax at the end of the day, but it does seem to
There's
be
nothing to look forward to after this. It's just relax.
I was going to say, it does seem to be a better deal. It was more convenient for me because I didn't have to make other plans and things like that.
Like, if we wanted to go to a movie after this,
We can go to a movie.
because there was a movie at like 9:40. Because we go to those now.
Yeah.
Okay, quick story.
We go to those on work days
We
after
normally
I'm
wouldn't.
already in bed. All right, do the story. Story.
I don't know if our fans at home have seen The Sound of Freedom.
By the way, if you haven't, do it now. All right, don't do it now. Wait till after the podcast.
It's a
then
pretty
do it.
outstanding movie. Well, my friend Tony here was like, "Buddy, you gotta watch it." And I gotta tell the story without the headphones on because holy cow, is that making it hard?
It's making it hard. The Sound of Freedom wasn't. Yeah, I was talking it up to him all day that day because I watched it with my
Just
wife the
rizzing
night
up
before.
this movie, and I told him, you know what, I'll go watch it at some point. And I came home and I was tired, and so I took a nap. And then I woke up, like I sat up like the Undertaker from WWE, and I was like, I'm gonna go watch this movie. And I pulled out my phone and it said, "Oh, we have a showtime at 9:40." And I was like, "Sweet!" I put my shoes on and I asked my roommates, like, "Hey, anyone want to go watch this?" And one said no, and the other one was already going to another movie, the Red Door. And so I was like, "All right, fine, I'll go by myself." And I got in the car, and then as I was driving away to go to the movie theater, I called up Tony and said, "Hey, Tony, you wanna go watch Sound of Freedom?"
I get this. I'm lying in bed. I'm in my jams. I'm about to fall asleep. Like I'm starting to close my eyes. The snoring, the pre-snore, you know how you get that? That's what coming about. All of a sudden, I feel this disturbance from the force. Because my ringer is off. I
In the
roll over.
Teleforce.
Yeah, my ringer's off in the cell force.
The cell force.
So I roll over and I see that my phone's ringing. And I'm like, beef stew. What does he want? And I pull it out and I open it up. He goes, "Hey, buddy." I was like, "Hello." He goes, "Hey, you want to go watch a movie, The Sound of Freedom?" And I turn over to my wife, and before I can say anything to her, she's like, "You should go watch that movie." It's like, "Did you plan this?"
What
I was
movie
like-
are you watching?
I was like, "All right, buddy, I'll get dressed." He goes, "Cool. I'm already on my way to your house."
So there I was, waiting at his house.
It was amazing.
It was a fun trip. The movie was good. I definitely recommend it. It's a gut punch. It's not necessarily going to be purely entertaining. It's also going to be a reality check. It's going to make you feel feelings.
There's a special message at the end of it. I highly recommend waiting and watching the special message at the end of it. It opens a lot of stuff to light that, that'll make you question a lot of things.
Yeah. David says AMFs will be renamed Sakuna.
So AMFs are adios mother effers.
I don't know what Sakuna is. Is
I
that
have no
a
idea
name
what
of a
Sakuna
character
is.
from Jujutsu Kaisen? Any virgin drink can be renamed Sakura because she's useless. Oh, I'm not going to get wasted on this.
Sakura is going to be your favorite character.
I don't even know if I'm going to like them even if they're virgin. And I don't drink coffee.
You don't.
I'm probably going to be all about that hot cocoa, though.
Hey, we'll have hot cocoa.
Oh, you bet we will.
We're going to call it Popos.
Unless we want to make a coffee after him.
A what?
We could describe it. Do you want your coffee dark? No. Do you want your coffee Mr. Popo? Some people might take offense to that.
Some people might be.
Sakuna is the king of curses in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Wow.
Oh, I guess that's why it's the AMF. The king of curses. Also, that sounded like a female name, so I thought it was a girl when he first brought it up. Oh, my TV
What
is
is
defaulted
this?
to Movie Hub. It's a smart TV, so it has a bunch of different things that can play through it. And whenever I'm not using it, it defaults to Movie Hub.
Yeah. I'm trying to identify the movie that's.
I have no
playing
idea
right
what
now.
that movie is.
Because so that chick, she played on Kyle XY. She was also Sif from the Thor series on the MCU.
That was a fairly
There's
impressive
the
sniper.
Russian from John Wick too.
Yep.
And a lot of other things too that I mean he plays the Russian in almost everything. Armageddon. Even the Arrowverse.
She's resting her barrel on the ground.
Shit. Oh no way. This is Last Stand. Look at this. This is so.
Oh, with Arnold?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. The Last Stand.
Is this the one where they like rip out the rear? No.
No, this
because we
isn't.
would see Johnny Knoxville by now.
Yeah, I was gonna say because he's the one driving the bus.
But like to see him rip out that rear door with the Gatling gun.
That puts that bus out of compliance.
Oh, because he ran over a dude?
No, because he shot out the window. No cracks, obstructions, or brakes.
I'm pretty sure running someone over takes it out of rotation.
No, that's different. That's a violation. This is out of compliance.
Yes, David. I have seen Mashal and I love it. So, Tony, let me describe Mashal to you. Even my friend Gecko knows about
this
Mashal.
is totally Last Stand because look, he's drifting
Mashal,
the bus,
the anime?
which that is not possible.
Yes. So let me describe Mashal to you. Mashal is an anime.
See?
Oh, it is. Who did they get driving it? So it is Last
I
Stand.
recognize the scene because I got so mad when I first saw it because it was like there is no way that a bus is going to drift like that at like 20 miles an hour. It's ridiculous. It was so unrealistic.
So, Tony,
Yes.
imagine with me. Hogwarts, right? Saitama attends Hogwarts.
You actually told me this the last time we were on a podcast together.
Oh,
and
yeah.
We
did talk about it.
I was like, this kind of sounds like Black Clover. And you're like, it is, except for the main character doesn't get a grimoire at all. He's just all man.
Yes. It's Harry Potter. It's Harry Spotter, the anime. It is. Legitimately, it's this super swole guy, no magic, attends Hogwarts, kicks butt. I've seen season 1. I can't wait for season 2. It's amazing.
I want to see it.
Every time he uses an attack, he names the magic after a muscle in his body. Like
Right. Because
glute magic, and then he kicks someone.
Because he's trying to make it sound like he's casting a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was the one scene that you were describing where like he got stabbed and then he just like flexed his abs and caught the blade
Yes.
and held onto it even though it was like directly through him.
Yeah. It ran him through, and he just flexed his abs, and the guy tried to pull away, and he couldn't, and so Mashal punched him. That guy doesn't take damage. He's taken mortal wounds, and he doesn't appear to care. Yeah, he's literally been ran through, and he doesn't care. It's roided. Roided. It's redacted and roided.
I love it. Yeah,
Redacted it and roided. It's roided.
I gotta get me a Crunchyroll or Funimation membership and start watching things because the problem is like the last time I was on Crunchyroll I couldn't find any English dub. It was all subtitles and I don't read well.
Cream puff, our love. Cream puffs, our life. That's the character's favorite thing.
Okay.
He will literally carry them around in his pockets.
Cream puffs.
Cream puffs. Not in bags. Not covered in a napkin. Raw cream puff
Out
in
of
a
the
pocket. In his robes.
In his robes.
Yep.
Straight up pocket fry status.
Yep.
Nice.
You remember that scene in Napoleon Dynamite when he had tater tots in his cargo pocket? Pulls them out in the middle of class. And his guy sitting next to him, he's like, "Hey, Napoleon, share me some tots." He's like, "No, man. Get your own tots." And he turns sideways in his seat. And he kicks him in the leg.
And squishes.
Smashes all his tots in his pocket. Man, this movie's gory.
Who is that?
They use a lot of Dutch angles in this. To add like confusion or like
Yeah.
drama, action. Oh, right when I said action.
All right.
Hey,
I'm trying to figure out who the guy is.
I have no idea who the guy is.
Oh, Movie Hub.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Or maybe this is just like it's a commercial. Top left corner. Top left corner.
Top left kernel.
Yeah, not to be confused with the bottom left, bottom right, or upper right kernel.
Oh my gosh. What are we at, bro?
Oh no. Oh, now you're doing Hogwarts Legacy?
No.
You've
Maybe.
jumped. This is your third game.
Oh yeah, yeah. This because I think this is one of my first overlays that I did, and I was kind of like bouncing through.
We need to make more of these.
I plan on it. I'm planning on making a compilation of Your Move Studios videos, so that way I can put that on there. Because right now I can do video games and not worry about copyright. But if I play anything else, then we run the risk of copyright strikes. So if it's our own product,
Yeah, I still want to play video games though.
I do want to play video games. I would like to live stream
it takes some of the humor away from our videos if they can't hear the audio of it.
of the.
If we're making a compilation of our own videos.
Yeah, I mean the overlay is just something for everyone to look at anyways. But
Can you imagine doing like your move versus the internet, and you can't hear it. You just see me standing in front of a screen for like an hour.
doing this number right here. Because you do this a lot.
Well, I talk with my hands on the show.
No, but you're doing this exact move right here. Both hands out, just like this, and they're like wide open like jazz hands.
Wide open like jazz hands.
Rewatch the video, you'll see.
Maybe I will.
You'll have your hands out just like this, your elbows tucked in, just like this.
My elbows. No way.
You do this.
Not that tucked in.
Yeah, that tucked in, dude.
You make me look like an old
First
lady
off,
trying to run.
My editing, my editing has nothing to do with how you position your elbows. But I edited all of those videos. Remember?
I don't know, man. I think maybe you're just remembering things for the sake of being funny.
I mean, no one
Doing
can
like the chicken dance.
doing the chicken dance, David. Well, I wish I could show people. We need to get a video, so we just do this, so people can see us. We need to get a camera going.
I don't want to do that though. I don't want to have a live stream video on our podcast
Why?
because I like being able to show content on the screen, but people just being able to listen to us,
What content?
like the games that we're playing.
Oh,
I don't want to do a visual podcast. I'm fine with this.
okay.
We've talked about this before.
I know, but I'm never gonna let it go.
I don't want to do a visual podcast. Like if you watch things like
Go home, Tony.
the Joe
you're
Rogan
too sober.
Experience.
Sorry, David. He said, "Go home, Tony. You're
Yeah.
too sober." Anyways,
When you watch things like the Joe Rogan Experience, and they have the live feed, you're just watching a dude talk to another dude across the table, and it's not even entertaining.
well, yeah, but we
The
wouldn't.
point of podcast is to be able to listen to them, not watch them.
No, we wouldn't be doing. We wouldn't be. We'd be able to do both because, like he does do the video, but he also has just the audio, and it's the same thing. You know, right now we're only on YouTube, but I'm planning on expanding that.
I don't wanna
And
do
the audio
video.
stuff would go elsewhere.
No, me gusta video.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let it go. I'm gonna keep going with it. There's gotta be a happy medium.
No video. Yep.
What did he say? I couldn't hear him.
If you wanted to check out Mashal, you can come over and watch it.
Oh, yeah. When I get free time.
Like tomorrow.
No, I don't have free time tomorrow.
At all? You don't have free time tomorrow?
No, I'm not gonna have free time tomorrow
Why not?
my wife is going out with my ex-wife
Wait, you're
to the
married?
races.
How long have you been married?
I don't know.
Well, at least you don't have kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking about that,
No way. This is the first time I'm hearing you're married, and now it's also the first time I'm hearing you have kids.
right?
Are they all natural, or some of them adopted? It's entertaining when Eddie Bravo is on the podcast while he's stoned talking about the Earth, but that's it.
About the flat Earth, or just that Earth?
I
Yeah,
don't
flat
actually
Earth.
watch the Joe Rogan Experience. It just pops up on TikTok every once in a while.
I know that like his video platform is actually pretty popular, but it is primarily just what people want to listen to, which again you can go off of many different forms or many different platforms for that. I know that there's a large quantity of successful podcasts out there are not just on audio. A lot of them are video podcasts too. You got Timcast IRL, the Matt and Blonde Show, Deathcast, RT.
I don't know if it
Something or other. It's Rooster
adds to
Teeth.
the experience, though, or makes them more engaging. If those guys didn't have visual feeds, they'd probably still be popular.
It's not any less engaging than just having gameplay overlay, but it, like I said, something that we can discuss later. You have your opinion on it. I'll have mine.
Yeah, see, Chewbacca agrees with me.
Chewbacca doesn't get a vote.
Unfortunately, Chewbacca
noticed,
does get a vote.
Chewbacca's never gotten a vote in anything.
Chabot. Well, Chabot's got some shares. All right. And
Did you
so, therefore, he gets to
Did
say.
you sell him Did you sell him some of yours?
No. When we liquidated Gabe's, he got some. I don't know how.
I don't
just-
know.
The cookie crumbles, and he had some of the crumbs. So
Nah,
now
man.
Chewbacca has part of the company. Have you guys considered Spotify? I think the contract restricts you for a bid to just Spotify, though. I think it's 6 months.
The issue is that we are not big enough to be on Spotify just yet. I looked at Spotify, the Apple iTunes, a few others, and we're just not. We're not there yet. We're working on it. I had a restream.
But hey, ads.
Yeah, but hey, ads. I had a restream thing going on there for a while where we were able to stream to multiple platforms at once. So we'll probably start revisiting that. The only problem with it is that it wouldn't let us interact with the audience. Like, the way I have it set up now, we can interact. We can put up a poll up on YouTube and have them answer it, but we could not do that with Restream for some reason. So, and then there was TikTok. We could totally get kicked off TikTok, suspended.
Rorted.
Yeah. So, because we said the no R word.
Redacted. So, Tony, you ever watch WWE?
I actually have. I used to watch WWF back when it was, the real name, and then WCW.
Oh. I've been getting back into it.
Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunately, my favorite wrestler is retired.
Which is?
The Undertaker.
Oh, that's right. He finally got Hall of Fame not that long ago.
Yeah.
Finally.
Well, when you're in the business for as long as he is.
Yeah, but like newer people hit the Hall of Fame way before him.
Like who?
I think didn't Cena and The Rock?
I don't know if The Rock is newer.
Yeah. The Undertaker outdates The Rock.
Well, I mean, The Rock's retired, though.
Yeah, but he hit
He
Hall of-
retired long before The Undertaker did.
Yes, but he hit Hall of Fame before.
Here's what I'll say about it. The character, the persona of The Undertaker had to be kept by Mark for so long. He didn't do interviews. He didn't do a whole lot of fan meet and greets. He didn't do a whole lot of signings just to keep up his character. So, of course, he's not going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame until he's going to be allowed to actually talk about his life experiences.
That's so dumb.
But I like it now because now that he's actually retired, I may not get to see him wrestle anymore. But he gets to talk about all the things he's done. And it's awesome because it's an information dump. Because he's never talked about it before, being him and what he's had to do. It's really cool. But he did get a guest experience or a guest appearance because there's a new guy called LA Knight. And he was calling out the locker room like, none of you are hardcore or boss enough for me. And The Undertaker reprised his role as the biker. On the show, he was known as the American Bad A.
Okay.
So he came down for the first time in years as a chopper rider. He came down on a motorcycle down the ramp like he used to do back in the old days. Roughed him up. He's getting old. That's the reason why he retired, is because his body can't perform that way anymore.
I think that's why Steen retired too. He was a WCW guy.
Yeah, I get that.
I saw him in a movie called. I didn't recognize him at first. Did you ever watch a movie called Encounter?
I don't know if I have.
We'll
Is it a Christian movie?
It is.
I have seen it.
All right. So
About the diner?
About the diner.
Was he in that?
The businessman.
He was the businessman.
He's
in
the
that?
businessman.
The one that keeps saying no?
Yes.
No, I gotta rewatch The Encounter now.
Yeah. Because I didn't recognize him without all the makeup, and then like I think I was scrolling through iFunny or something, and I saw it, and I was like, that guy looks familiar, and then I saw the difference. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Surprisingly good actor. I mean, you wouldn't think that out of someone who is from the pro wrestling.
You guys are so big already. You're already canceled. I'm so proud. Freaking autogrammer.
I was gonna say, if we really want to grow this, we're gonna have to start doing more stuff.
Right now, I'm happy with the pace we got going.
That's not bad. We should do a day.
Do a day.
Do a day.
Do a day.
Where the four of us
Four
play
of us.
video games.
Play video games.
Yeah.
What game?
I don't know.
It's gotta be cross-platform.
It's got to be cross-platform.
Gotta be cross-platform.
Call of Duty?
I don't have Call of Duty. I have Extraction.
I don't
Is
think
that
I
cross-platform?
don't think that's cross-platform. You know what is? Minecraft.
Not much of a Minecrafter. Yeah, I don't think anybody in this house plays Minecraft. Yeah, everyone but me, actually. I'm the only one that doesn't play Minecraft.
He says, I like your guys' shorts. When are you? I'm going to upload Fall Guys and Rocket League are also, and Fortnite are all three cross-platform. You should do Fall Guys. Fall Guys is actually pretty fun.
Those are all. It is goofy, but it's like short-lived, and the joke doesn't last very long.
I'm not looking to make this an ongoing series. It's just one-time thing. Well, all right. When we do this, though, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to be completely sober because when I play video games, it's so hard for me to hold my tongue. So hard. But
I'm glad
as
we're
far
not
as
getting the audio from you playing these games.
what's that?
I'm glad we're not getting the audio from you playing these games.
Yeah. Yeah, I killed the audio on these ones. What was I saying? Oh, the shorts. I'm uploading one tonight, actually.
David, have you seen our latest 3 TikToks? They're pretty good. Pretty good, if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
They're hilarious.
Yeah.
The more and more I watch it, the more and more I like the car one. But I'm sure you'll like the DBZ abridged one.
I like the car one. The car one's probably the best one.
But he'll probably like the car one too because it's SAO abridged.
Yeah.
And he actually showed that to me. And it's a really funny show.
SAO abridged is good. I watched Goblin Slayer abridged.
I've never watched that, but you know it's hard to get past that opening.
It really is. They don't breeze over it, but
I've watched the
pretty
actual
quick.
anime from beginning to end, so I'm familiar with it. I just don't know if I want to start up the abridged series.
Yeah, that's where Ian got the goblins from. Whenever we played Dungeons and Dimwits.
Our live stream privileges were suspended for a little bit.
Yeah, just the live stream. We can still upload. And we can actually live stream on your move on TikTok now.
What was the one that you didn't put up on YouTube?
What's that?
Which one did you not put up on YouTube?
Mm.
Was it Inigo Montoya one?
I think that's the one I didn't do.
Oh, okay. You didn't hear me misquoting a bunch of things.
Yeah.
Which is the point of the skit, but yeah, once you finally get that one up on YouTube, David can enjoy it because it's awesome.
See, even David
Goblin
says
Slayer abridged is amazing.
yes.
All right, Gecko. We gotta try Goblin Slayer abridged.
Goblin Slayer abridged.
Yeah.
And JLA, Justice League abridged.
I get that, but that universe is kind of okay.
Did you watch it? The
Yeah,
abridged.
you showed it to me a long time ago.
The abridged?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like that one.
Wow, time seems to be going slow today.
Yeah, I thought that you and I would have a lot more not controversial, but a lot
Well,
more.
we never got around to talking about things that we've talked about in the past.
Yeah.
Why? What are you doing? SAO abridged? Oh,
I
that's
haven't
fine.
seen-
SAO abridged is hilarious, though. I don't know if you watched it, but it will make you cry laughing.
I have not seen SAO. I've only watched the abridged. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't mind it. It's nice. It's pretty similar to the ones that we've watched before and liked.
I think that might be the point.
Guy goes into an alternate world, gets overpowered. There's a lot of drama. Yeah, but there's a lot of animes like that you love.
I think that's the reason why he doesn't like it is because it's a played out trope. So
It does it really well, though.
So for that one, I retract my statement. I mean,
We
I tried
are
to give,
legitimately SAO is.
well, let me ask you this: did you like Ready Player One? Okay, so that's why it's too much like that.
SAO is a really good anime, and compared to things like that time I got reincarnated as a vending machine, it's really good compared to that. That time I got reincarnated as a vending machine is hilarious, and it's got a really funny concept. It's exactly what you think it is. This guy goes to a fantasy world as a vending machine.
Really?
Yeah, his life is based off a point system, and he gains points when he sells products. And people have to actually pay him money.
The amount of media that comes out of Japan.
That time I got reincarnated as a spider.
That's really good too. I really love that.
I'm iffy about that one.
David says that SAO is a mid anime at best.
That's fine. I could see that.
Maybe it's how they do the characters. I find nothing likable about them. I just don't. And the main character, he can go route.
I'm realizing that nobody can hear what he's saying.
Not a single
There's just
person.
this quietness
here.
to this stream.
Here, take that. You got this, bro.
I did my statement.
He
That's
did-
all right. Yeah, the characters. I can see why somebody doesn't find the characters relatable. They're put in a situation that no one else has experienced, so it's difficult to relate to that. Oh no, I'm stuck in a video game, and I'm being harassed by Kayaba. Overlord is an amazing anime.
It's so good.
I don't get why Evan doesn't like it. It covers so many things. It's both funny and intense at the same time. It's got darkness and lightheartedness.
I remember you telling me about this. Like this dude
Overlord's
becomes
got everything.
Super
It's even got
overpowerful.
3D animations, which
That
I hear
is-
is not good. But
The three anime in 3D is like it is a fickle effect because it can be super like really great and awesome in like I want to say maybe Demon Slayer is the best example that I can think of right now. Jujutsu Kaisen probably, but then they can go way over the top with like Beastars, where it's all 3D animation.
I think they did really well with it.
The
Considering what
I have not seen Isekai Quartet.
What's that?
considering what a lot of other studios do with the 3D,
Yeah.
I feel
It-
like these
From what I heard of it, though, it sounds like it's just a comedy show.
it's not like gross to look at.
No, they did a decent job. It's just it's such a fickle effect for that style of animation to apply a third dimension to it.
Yeah.
Say I'm on the side against the heavy 3D art.
Yeah, because then you get something like.
Get into I couldn't start.
And you see, I got in.
So bad.
I got into Ruby to begin with it because it worked out pretty well. But then as technology progressed, they started smoothing things out a little bit, and it, for some reason, wound up killing it for me. Like, I didn't mind the blocky kind of style that in, like, Season 1.
They took that away from it.
Yeah. When applying that to how they kind of, like, you apply the new graphics and then, like, the total not 180, but the total left turn that they took with the storyline, and then the acting actually got worse as it progressed. Even the main stars, they all got worse. they just gave up as soon as Monty Ohm died. Down the pooper, man.
Overlord also has some of the 3D art.
But it's sparing.
They do it in a good way. They put
Yeah.
on like skeletons.
Yeah, they put it on like ads and whatnot.
That's good. Yeah, if you can use it sparingly and like only on certain textures, then it would be really great. But it is a fickle, and that's what I'm saying though. That's why it's a fickle effect. Attack on Titan. That was the example that I was thinking of.
I do like that show.
Yeah,
Attack on Titan's pretty alright.
they're an example that has that nails that 3D animation style mixed in with the 2D animation perfectly.
Konosuba and ReZero Season 2 introduced Shield Hero. Oh. I have to look into Isekai Quartet. They introduced Shield Hero into it.
Oh, that's cool.
Um,
Which one?
Wasn't there someone called Shovel Hero?
the
or
guy in
Shovel
the
Knight?
green cloak, that Shield Hero.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. I thought we were.
If there's an anime that pisses me off, it's Shield Hero. That guy puts up with
He
so
used-
much
He used
stuff.
a no-no word. he finally dropped a no-no word during his stream.
It was
Shield Hero. Okay, go on.
Oh, Shield Hero's the bad word?
No, that's not the bad word. But let's go. Let's hear this. Why does
have you seen Shield Hero?
No, I
Imagine a guy just
know
getting abused for
nothing
existing,
I know nothing about.
and
Shield
that's
Hero.
all that happens for an entire season.
So like every other what? That's all hero shows. They just get abused all the
No,
time.
but like everyone hates him. The isekai world that he gets transported to,
Yeah.
everyone is out to get him from the beginning.
So he's
Even people that hire him to be his allies are just trying to disrupt him. And he makes a couple of allies here and there, but he doesn't get his redemption until the end, when everyone realizes that he's actually the
Isn't
good guy.
this the controversial character that got accused of being a rapist?
Yeah, something like that. Like more like a murderer, but
That is insane.
yeah, the entire time, the village, everyone, the king, they all hate him. And then finally he gets justice at the end. Everyone gets to see the truth. But he spends a whole season, everyone just spitting at him, thinking he's dirt for nothing that was his fault. And people keep spreading lies about him, like the princess. And well, I guess the princess did spread rumors that he had his way with her. It makes me angry in a good way. I'm invested in the show. Season 2
Wow.
almost lost me,
Thanks
though.
for ruining our thanks for ruining that, David.
David says no, it was rapist. Oh. Because they did accuse him of killing the other princess. But obviously she walked in alive, so that got quashed.
Talking about princess, that just reminds me of that wrestling.
Oh. Yeah, the wrestling isekai, where the guy's a wrestler and he gets transported into a fantasy world
Oh yeah,
by
actually,
the princess.
David
And
was
he suplexes the princess first thing.
David actually showed me this. Showed me what you guys are talking about. He showed me this back when we
I
were.
might have watched it with David, actually.
Yeah, he showed me some clips of this when we were still operating out of the church. And the one he showed me, I was like, "Is this an abridged?" And he goes, "Nope, this is the Funimation thing." Because it's like the guy, he's like doing squats. And they're like, "We have to go defeat the bad guy." And he's like, "Not till after I'm done blasting these quads." It was.
It is funny. It is funny. The one anime I think I sat down and watched with Gecko and was like, "No, I can't do it," was Fire Force.
You can't do that one.
I couldn't handle Fire Force.
I
There was so much I don't care about it going on that I just couldn't hold on.
I started watching Fire Force. I didn't have. Well, okay. So I'll say this. I probably didn't have a problem with the somewhat slow beginning because Danny Mata, I watched the Anime Explains thing, and so I kind of know that it picks up a little bit down the road, but I was watching it until a particular scene showed up, and I was like, oh, kids are in the room, so had to shut that off.
Tony says you were describing Cautious Hero.
That's David. David says that. Tony, that was Cautious Hero.
Yeah, isn't that
Yeah.
what I said?
No, you said Tony says.
Oh.
That's
Tony says don't touch your toes.
Simon says stand up.
You need to see the wrestler anime Kenny's talking about. It's also amazing. Yes, it's really good. Yeah, Fire Force is the only anime I think I've ever given up on.
From I haven't watched past that one part because again I have to be careful on when I watch it.
It just seems redundant and the pacing is super slow.
So there's
I like the theming. The theming is obviously fun.
I'm gonna get back into it. I'm gonna get to watching it again, and then I'll let you know because there's supposed to be a twist in there
Twisty twist.
about the
M. Night Shyamalan twist?
No, a good twist, not that stupid. Ooh, man, I almost dropped a cuss word. Not that hack. Stop poking the bear, Kenny.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I hate M. Night Shyamalan. You know who M. Night Shyamalan is, right?
That's what we mean by.
No,
we were saying M. Night Shyamalan, but it's M. Night Shyamalan.
I refuse to call him by his real name until he makes an actual good movie again. Because he ruined my childhood.
What was the name of those movies? Like Broken or Glass or
Unbreakable, Split, and Glass.
Unbreakable, Split, and
He
Glass?
had 2 decades.
It's Tony's favorite movie series.
No, not. No, it isn't. How dare? All right, so he came out with Unbreakable in like the late 90s, early 2000s, right? When I was like 13 years old, maybe a little bit younger. And I watched it, and I thought it was really great. Starring Bruce Willis and not Haley Joe Osment, but this little boy that looks a lot like him. Bruce Willis has got superpowers.
David.
He's invulnerable, and he has super strength. Right?
So David says, I've only given up on how to not summon a demon lord. We've seen that. I won't say why. I think Kenny knows. There is plenty of
Shenanigans.
how do you say fan service?
Okay.
It's I do like when he gets to explain how to combat or how to fight and how he fights other people in the show. As David likes to say, I enjoy overpowered characters. So that was fun.
You really do.
You really knew. That's what you sound like.
It's not a really well written show. It's really just there for the idea of fan servicing.
But if that's all I'm gonna watch over and over again, I agree with David. I'm not here for it. Although I did enjoy the concept and I did end up watching it through. Just like when we watched No Game No Life. Tons of fan service in No Game No Life. But that's such a really good that's a good show. David says he also wants to give One Piece a try, but he says it's gonna hurt.
It's
It's
what is
still
it?
going.
It's like over 1,000 episodes.
Yes, it is. Over 1,000 episodes. It's still going. I forgot about No Game No Life.
It's okay, David. You can skip all those 1,000 episodes and just watch the Netflix live action adaptation.
And it sums it all up.
It'll be fine.
And then M. Night Shyamalan's going to come out with a movie. And it'll sum it all up.
That's right.
Just like Avatar.
So speaking about
I'm pretty sure he did such a good, accurate job of depicting Avatar that I think his live action movie is the new canon.
Keep it up, buddy. Keep it up.
We don't need that kind of aggression around here unless it's altruistic. That was funny, just from over the table. Keep it up, buddy. The glistening blade.
after getting it through like a little bit of Fire Force, I found out that they teamed up with the same people that did
Fire Force?
Kill la Kill.
Oh, Kill la Kill made it?
It made Promare.
Promare.
It's a movie about fire aliens.
Fire aliens. Oh! We
Okay.
did watch Promare together. We watched Promare together.
That movie the first time I saw it. I had to have everyone else watch it.
I love, as I call them, game anime, like No Game No Life. If you like that, try to find Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0. I'm so sad that it didn't pan out. Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 was bad. And I don't mean bad as in it was hard to watch and it wasn't well written. It was dark. It was very dark. And nothing like the 4Kids Yu-Gi-Oh! At all. Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 was this demented demon of a pharaoh possessing a child and straight up murdering guys. And then eventually he plays a card game. And that's where the rest of Yu-Gi-Oh! Came from, was that one episode of them playing a card game. But he basically goes throughout beating people in these magical games and sealing their souls away. It gets dark and demented. Like Kaiba's father throws himself out a window when he loses for the first time. It's like, Kaiba, understand, this is what happens when you lose. You're a loser for life. And then yeets himself out a window. It's like, I'm so glad this didn't get published on 4Kids.
That 4Kids would not do something like that.
Yeah, my friend Evan has all the comics from Season 0. It gets dark. It's morbid. Death Game anime are great too.
What is?
Tomodachi game is very dark but great.
I
What's Tomodachi game?
I don't know. I like dark anime like that, but I like there to be like some humor to it. I guess the one that I'm drawn to the most is, what do you guys call them, shonen anime or something like that? Yeah, the
Like My Hero Academia?
yeah, My Hero Academia, Naruto, Black Clover.
Naruto's great. My Hero's great.
Ma has become one of my favorite ones.
Tomodachi.
Yeah.
It's all one word.
Ma has,
Tomodachi. Tomodachi game.
me and my kid, my oldest boy, we watch My Hero, or as we call it, Ma.
Ma.
We watch Ma a lot.
Maha.
Yeah.
You want to watch some Maha? Oh, that seems like the kind of game where you mess up and you die. Didn't you play a game like that?
Oh.
Where there was like a teddy bear controlling the scenario? And
Yeah,
it was
that's
like
like
school kids?
That looks like the grade school version of Saw.
It reminds me of that show you watched. Squid Game.
I was feeling Squid Game.
Well, it does remind me of that show you watched,
Yeah.
where all the kids get brought in and they slowly start dying one by one
Yeah, that's
because of mini games by this demented school system.
Oh, Battle Royale.
no. It's got a long.
That's a different movie. Actually, it was a book first, and then it was a movie.
Yeah.
But it was similar to Battle Royale. You're thinking of the right genre.
Yeah.
Which was also a messed up scenario. Which is basically like Hunger Games before Hunger Games was there. Man.
You know what we should do? We should do like kind of like EFAP does, where we sit down. We
We should not do Hunger Games.
No.
Okay, well, that's the last thing we talked about. And you're like, you know what we should do?
I
And
say
was like, no.
so EFAP is every frame of pause. Basically, what they do is they sit down, they do a watch party, but they'll pause it a lot and commentate over the movie and things like that, about the movie and neat little things.
Are we allowed to do that without getting copyright strike?
There is a way to do it, and I'll figure it out. And when I do, we're gonna do that.
Once upon a time, David and I sat down, and we just made fun of Flash, the live series,
Which
just
is
watched
easy
Flash.
to do, yes.
and we just grilled it hard, nonstop.
When we do our 24-hour live stream, because we're going to do one of those.
A 24-hour live stream?
Yes. No joke, this is
You
happening.
think I'd run on batteries? What's going on here?
It's okay. I'm pretty sure someone who has never had caffeine, you'll be very susceptible to caffeine.
Tomodachi game is
I'll-
about five
it's a-
friends who have to play games while their friendship is harshly tested, and there's a traitor among them to pay off a debt. It's a debatably darker Squid Game.
When we do our 24-hour live stream, I'll buy you a pack of sensu bean.
A pack
Yes.
of sensu bean.
That's going to be I'm marketing that as an energy drink now.
Oh dear.
Sensu bean.
All that's gonna happen is I'm gonna have a resting heart rate of infinity, and I'm gonna be tired.
So all right, so it's not going to be a drink, okay? It's not going to be a drink, right?
I'm gonna be bradycardic.
It's going to be a supplement, right? And it's just going to be my Adderall repackaged.
That sounds illegal.
That's totally illegal.
That
I would never
sounds
do that. Absolutely not.
horrible.
100%. Oh.
My favorite superhero got so ruined. The movie wasn't horrible, at least. Which
Who's your favorite superhero?
who's your- Yeah, are you still talking about Maha?
Ma.
Maha. It's Maha.
It's Ma.
It's Maha.
I'm going to keep it Ma.
Okay, well, I'm going to call it Maha.
That's all right. You can be wrong. He says God.
Maha. Yeah, I read it correctly when he first put it up there.
Oh, okay. I see what it is. Anyways, yeah.
Maha.
Oh,
Flash?
the Flash.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, because you were making fun of the old BA. Barry Allen.
Yes.
That
Yep.
one is so easy to make fun of. That they handled him so poorly. I like the actor Grant Gunderson. He did a good job
He did.
playing a Barry Allen and a Flash, but the writing of that show was just, I wouldn't say horrendous, but it was bad.
Genuinely should have fixed a lot of the problems that he had a lot easier than what they had him do.
Yeah, they just had him incompetent. Like, not catching the bad guy because he just stood there and watched them run away. So often, so many times, in 7 seasons.
Yep.
I mean, at least that made sense with Arrow. He doesn't have super speed.
Yeah. Flash should have fixed a lot of problems instantaneously.
Supergirl should have been a much better show than what it was too. They got way too political in their
I get that.
in their writing with it. And I remember watching. There was a scene in Supergirl that was just so amazing. There was one scene. The music was on point. The acting was on point. It was a really emotionally powerful scene, and it was so overshadowed by the rest of the episode.
Dang.
Yeah, I have never been so mad.
Who's your favorite Superman?
Who's my favorite Superman?
Yeah, we talk about like who's our favorite Batmans a lot. Who's your favorite Superman? Because we've seen a lot of Superman actors lately.
There has been a lot of Superman actors. I would probably. Okay, so Henry Cavill.
He's hard to beat. Isn't
Henry Cavill is really hard to beat. The guy that they got playing Superman on the Superman and Lois episode, can't remember his name, Tyler something. He actually does a decent job playing Clark Kent / Superman. He's the newest one that has hit the screen, not the one that's replaced. It's a motorcycle. I keep on hearing stuff.
Yeah.
I can't remember who is taking over Henry Cavill's spot, but
Ooh, can I have one of those? Yeah.
but I think this new guy that they got on the TV show, I think he does a pretty decent job.
Mm-hmm.
But Henry Cavill's hard to beat. I mean, he's built like him. He looks like him.
He does, and he does look like him.
And
his
he's
suit
got
is the most unique, in my opinion.
Yeah, and just like his voice, the presence he has, with a better writer than Zack, the fake Snyder. With a better writer, he would have been an amazing Superman, hands down the best of all time, right up there with Reeves.
I like the passion that Henry Cavill brings to characters.
Because he
He
actually
knows.
likes them.
He actually likes them. He knows about them. He studies them. And he says, hey, this is what this guy would do. Kind of like how he got screwed out of The Witcher because he was too pro what Witcher would be like in his actual canon versus what the story writers wanted out of him. Like when he made the whole argument about chest hair. Hey, Cavill, we don't want you to have chest hair. And it's like, in The Death of Superman, he had a lot of chest hair, so I'm going to keep it. Sure. More power to you, man.
Yeah.
I like that in an actor.
Who's gonna? Yeah. I mean, yeah, I like that.
It's not like it was for eye candy or anything, because that was Aquaman. Aquaman was all the eye candy.
Yeah,
That Aquaman movie, 50% eye candy for women and some men.
yeah. I mean, and but that's basically Jason Momoa's whole career right there. Anymore is eye candy, which is sad because he actually can act.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, he's actually a really good actor, Jason Momoa. I would like to see him actually get back into acting. You know who?
Cool.
My elbow is bleeding.
Why? What'd you do?
I don't know.
Stop picking at it. Nerd.
Yeah, I think he should have played Lobo.
I could see that. I don't know why they would have brought Lobo in at this point when they're just trying to introduce the Justice League.
Again. For the second time. After they fired Henry Cavill.
Who would you rather have seen as Aquaman?
Your roommate says Morgan Freeman. I would.
Yeah, I agree with you, David. The animated Justice League version of Flash was way better, especially the way you described him. As a straight man, Aquaman was eye candy, and I enjoyed it more than most DCEU movies. I did go see Aquaman a lot in theaters, but mostly it's because I was petty and I wanted to stick it to my friend Evan.
I went with you, remember?
Yeah, the first time. Well, I
Yeah.
don't know if it was the first time.
It was me, you, and my wife.
I don't know if that's the first time I watched it though.
Probably
But
not.
I wouldn't watch that movie 4 times.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted it to succeed.
David
box
says
office.
Danny DeVito as Aquaman.
Danny
Um,
so anyways, I started swimming.
I think I would like to have it. I can't remember what his name is, but he played in the man from U.N.C.L.E. with Henry Cavill.
The Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
Yeah, the man from U.N.C.L.E.
I don't know if I've seen that movie
You
or
don't know
heard
if
of
you've
it.
seen that one? Here, let me IMDb this. There's a lot of really good actors that could play Aquaman, but I think this guy. Oh, you know what?
We're just thinking of long blonde hair at this point.
He doesn't have to have long blonde hair, actually. Somewhat shaggy blonde hair. Okay. He's got to have a swimmer's physique.
But he can also be bulky. I mean, Aquaman does look bulky.
Yeah, but so I'm thinking. I'm trying to think. Actually, Stephen Amell.
Who's that?
The Green Arrow.
Oh,
He could actually pull that off
I could see that. Yeah.
because he can play kind of the
He
ship.
needs to get longer hair.
He can easily grow his hair. I mean, he had for the Arrow show. Actually, he grew his hair out for a lot of the flashback scenes. But if you compare his character as Oliver Queen with his character as Casey Jones from Ninja Turtles 2: Out of the Shadows, if you mix those two, it would have been perfect. Although I do think that we could do better than Stephen Amell. I'm just saying that at a quick pick, he could totally pull it off.
I don't know.
Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller as Aquaman.
No, I can't even say that. Ronald Weasley.
No. Can't see it.
No.
I just don't know who would be a good Aquaman.
Stephen Amell would be a good one.
Oh, you know what would be funny?
What's that?
Chris Hemsworth. I can see Chris Hemsworth as Aquaman.
Yes.
I mean, he's got the build for it.
Or his brother Liam.
The guy who played Thor. He looks like Aquaman. They're essentially the same character.
No, not really. They're not this. They're not the same character. Oh, visually. Okay.
I can't tell if Tony is too sober or drunk. Ezra Miller as Aquaman?
I am definitely not drunk enough.
Notice he didn't say he's not drunk.
I didn't hear what your buddy in there said. Visually, they're the same character. So yes, I'll agree with him on that one. I thought he said that they were essentially the same character. I was like, oh no, they are not, sir.
Yep. I do like the idea of Chris Hemsworth as Aquaman. I can see it.
Who's that guy that played the
I haven't seen
Penguin?
Extraction 2 yet.
You haven't? Oh, dude, I recommend it. It's good. There's only one part in that movie that really bugs me. Do you mind if I spoil it for you a little bit?
Sure.
There's this part where they're getting shot at, right? And Chris's character hides behind a ladder for cover.
Really?
Yeah, and it's not like the ladder is like parallel with his shoulders, right? It's facing him. So the runs
Are the only cover?
are yeah, it's not
He might have been desperate.
he did. He like backed up against the wall, hiding behind the ladder.
He was desperate. He needed something.
He needed
There's a
something.
possibility, and that's all he needed was a possibility. Like, the first Extraction movie wasn't, like, amazing. It definitely had a lot of scenes that dragged and didn't capture my attention. But the one scene that we talked a lot about and we tried to duplicate,
between
with David, in fact.
Yeah, between him and his buddy.
Yeah, where they were talking about the fate of the girl.
Yeah.
That was an awesome scene.
Was that a girl or a boy?
I
The
thought it was
kid.
a girl.
The kid.
Whatever it is, the kid, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was who was that? Something Harper. It was Chris Hemsworth and
I don't know if they would make Aquaman comical just because it's Chris Hemsworth, That's just the direction they took Thor because they were trying to get better views out of him. Because obviously that first Thor movie and the second one definitely did not work out.
The second one was really bad.
But then, like, by Thor Ragnarok, they found a formula that was really nice, but it changed the identity of Thor from that point on.
Well,
He became
and
a very apathetic, comical character. But it worked for the audience. But if they did that with Aquaman,
it worked
I
once
think
with
it
the
would've-
audience.
it would have soured everything.
Yeah. It worked once with the audience.
Yeah, Love and Thunder didn't quite work out.
Yeah, even Chris was like, Chris came out and said they are getting ridiculous with this. I guess he bashed Taika Waititi a lot for that one. That's why Chris's acting was subpar in that one too, because it made him it reminded him of Ghostbusters 2016.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where it was less of shooting a movie and more of people hanging out.
Bummer, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes
Yeah.
left. I've been
Yeah.
watching the time.
Yeah, I'm watching it too. I just leaned forward just to get that captured in my
Yeah.
brain. We're almost to the finish line. Speaking of finish line, how do I stop this thing?
You'll hit stop stream on OBS.
OBS, stop
yeah.
stream, and then stop recording,
Yeah.
and then I don't have to touch anything else.
No, because it'll automatically stop the stream on the YouTube side.
Okay, so I don't have to hit end stream.
Nope. That was an added step that I was doing. I didn't realize I didn't have to do that. I learned that later on.
Gummy gum.
Yeah.
Oh boy. What was a good live action hero movie that wasn't Arrow?
Hero movie or hero show?
Show. Let's go with show.
Was not Arrow.
It was
Because
not.
Arrow was pretty good.
Arrow was good.
The first few seasons of Arrow was really good.
What was it good?
I mean, so like we got the Superman and Lois one. That's pretty all right. Right now, I can't lean up against something. I can't sit down.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was pretty okay.
It was, and then got convoluted pretty quick. Especially when they brought in like the origins of Hydra is actually about like this octopus alien.
It's all about imagery.
Yeah, it was bad.
David says The Boys.
Actually, yeah, that is really good. As far as superhero live action superhero shows, The Boys was pretty good. It's so far leading in live action superhero shows today, although not recommended for children.
Of course.
Yeah.
Just like Injustice, it's brutal.
Yes. You want to talk injustices?
Oh, no, excuse me, not Injustice. What's the name of that cartoon comic? It's all
Invincible.
about- Invincible, yeah. Invincible is brutal.
Invincible is brutal, also really good. Injustice came out as a movie, and they ruined it.
And they ruined it with the ruinous.
I bought it because I was like, I really like it, and then I watched it.
Do
and
they
I
have
was
an
like,
abridged version of
why?
Injustice?
I don't know. Let's
And
find
the
out.
abridged DCU?
Let me see.
Not sure what.
Injustice movie is the top thing on here. Injustice abridged. Oh, get out of here,
I don't
Ian.
know what kind of live action superhero show that I really, really liked. I'm sure I had to have liked something.
How do you spell it? Oh, there it is. I guess Injustice does have an abridged.
I know I've watched a couple. Oh, you know what one was really good? Daredevil.
How did I forget those? Daredevil was leading.
Daredevil was really good. I liked
The
Luke Cage. I liked it. I still liked it. I liked all of them. I liked Luke Cage. I even liked Iron Fist for what it was.
I didn't like.
I
Iron
even
Fist.
liked it reversed according to the critics, because the critics were like, the beginning sucked and then it got kind of good, and I thought it was the opposite. I thought it was good at the beginning and then it got kind of lame.
Yeah. I liked.
And then
Jessica Jones.
I thought
Yeah.
that was good. And then when they did the Defenders, I ate that up.
I did. I like the Defenders. I'll admit that one. I really like that one, especially the throwdown between
Punisher season 1 and 2.
Punisher was
That's what
great.
David says.
Punisher was really great. Yeah. I like the throwdown between Matt Murdock and oh my gosh, Danny, right? The Iron Fist. Yeah. Whatever his last name
Oh yeah,
is.
I get you.
I like the throwdown between those two guys. That was really good. And they did a decent hallway fight scene with all of them.
We've tried doing that, haven't we, as a studio? The hallway fight scene?
We've tried to do one hallway fight scene, and that was with the Kevin Castle.
It obviously didn't work out.
No.
'Cause we don't have it published or even in reserve.
No, Kevin Castle's published.
The hallway fight scene?
It's as close to a hallway fight scene as we're going to get. But I did like it was Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and the Punisher were probably the better out of all of those. And then Luke Cage and Iron Fist at the last, because they were the weakest link, especially Iron Fist was the weakest.
Yeah, Iron Fist had a pretty brutal ending.
Yeah.
Ugh. For a show about a dude that's a martial arts master, there wasn't a whole lot of martial arts going on.
No.
But I thought the drama in the beginning was well built and well executed, but it got crazy and absurd moving on later on in the series.
Yeah, in the second season, I didn't like the whole Iron Fist turns into Iron 9mm.
David says he rewatched it while he was overseas, and that they're on Disney Plus.
Yeah, they are. Because they bought them all.
Matt Murdock was the only redeemable feature of She-Hulk.
That's what I heard from everyone, and they put him in a yellow suit.
Did they?
Yeah, he's in a yellow suit. And they made him do the walk of shame, where he's walking home
How
in
was
his costume, carrying
Moon
his
Knight?
boots.
I
Moon Knight?
haven't
Okay.
seen Moon Knight.
So, going into Moon Knight completely blind, like I did, there were 3 minutes. Gotcha. There were some problems with the plot and a little bit of inconsistencies. I enjoyed Moon Knight for the most part, but I did feel like the character had a lot of. They tried to pull from Deadpool a lot with that one.
To be fair, She-Hulk did have a breaking the fourth wall trope long into her comic book series.
I didn't mind the fourth wall breaking part of it. I just thought it was poorly executed in the series itself.
Oh, okay.
But Moon Knight didn't break the fourth wall. It was just like, ooh, goofy man in mask. So it didn't really work with Moon Knight all that much.
Oh.
And then they gave him superpowers. And I thought the whole thing about Moon Knight was the fact that he actually didn't have superpowers. He was just a dude in a mask, like a dude with different identities in a
Personalities,
mask.
yeah.
Different personalities in a mask. You had the idiot, then the mercenary, and then like the detective. But I didn't mind it that much.
I want to see it.
You should watch it.
A couple of things that popped up on TikTok about Moon Knight and the different comic panels I've seen of him sound hilarious. Like when She-Hulk walks in and Moon Knight's in the room, he's like, "Is that a lawyer?" "Oh no!" And then She-Hulk's like, "Is that Moon Knight?"
I've seen that
She
one.
tries to chase him down.
He goes, "Oh no, an attorney."
Well, guys, thank you for joining us on another episode of Off the Rails. I've been your host, Kenny, and I am joined again by
Tony. Thanks everyone for watching us. Make sure that you do all the like, share, subscribes, hit all the buttons on all the social media platforms that we have at the Rumble, the Twitter, the TikTok, the YouTube. Obviously, you're watching it, so there it is. We'll hopefully. Oh, big announcement! Next week we'll be restarting our Dungeons and Dimwits series.
Yes.
Next
it
week.
It's been a long time coming.
Yes, we'll finally have the party together, and we will be able to do that again. hopefully. But yeah, Moon Knight, random BS, go. Yes,
Yes.
I love that one. That was a good one too.
Yeah.
Hold on, really quick before we exit. The last comic book one that we got is Mark Spector, and not Spector. Mark meeting up with his cousin Frank Castle. Hey Mark, you still crazy? Hey Frank, your family still dead?
Oh. Ooh.
That was a good one too. Apparently they're cousins. So
Oh, that's wild.
yeah. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you again for all the stuff and putting up with us. And we'll catch you guys next week with Dungeons and Dimwits.
Yes.
As always,